Welcome back. Now in this lecture we're going to look at sessions, and sessions are used to store information about the user across the requests, and Laravel provides various drivers to handle this session data. And we have a file on the config directory which you can use to configure the sessions. It's called session.php. So this is where now you can configure everything to do with session. And Laravel uses the file driver at its default to manage these sessions. So you'll see here, we have default session driver. And this option controls the default session driver that will be used on requests. By default, we will use the lightweight native driver, but you may specify any of the other wonderful drivers provided here. And these are all the drivers that are supported in Laravel. We have the file, which is the default. We have cookie, database, APC, memcached, Redis, Dynamo, DB, and array. The second thing about this file is about session lifetime. And here you may specify the number of minutes that you wish the session to be allowed to remain idle before it expires. And you can see here the default is set to 120 minutes. That is equivalent to 2 hours. So if you want them to immediately expire on the browser closing, you can set that option here. Now, the reason we're using this session is because all HTTP-driven applications are stateless. And when a user updates their profile, there's no feedback to alert them that they have updated their profile. So we need a message to display to the user to alert them that they have updated their profile successfully. So that's why we're going to be using this session by storing those messages on the sessions. Now let's go to the profile controller, and here I'm just going to use a session class immediately after the user has updated the profile, and then they'll get a flash message alerting them that they have updated their profile. So session, and I'm going to use the flash to flash that message. And sessions, they take 2 arguments. The first argument is the key, and then the second argument is the value. So the key is what you use to reference that session. That is to access the session data. So once you have stored that session, then you can use the get method by referencing this key. So the key here, I'm going to call it message. And then the message to display to the user is profile updated. Now this flash will only last for only 1 request. So let's see how this is done. Now next, let's go to the profile view and then display that message. So here we're going first to check if there is any session available. So session, use the get method to reference that key, and the key here is message. Then I'm going to use alert success class. Role will be alert. Now let's echo that message, that session message. Get, the key is message. This one you can say strong, and then success. Save. Let's see now from the browser. So I'm going to change only the email and update profile. So we're getting this error that says class session not found. Let's add that session class on the profile controller. At the top, use session. Let's try again, refresh, and as you can see, success, profile updated. Now we have alerted this user his profile has been updated. So that's the work of those sessions. Now we have other sessions that last until they expire. So for example, here I can come and use the put method. So for example, let's go back. So if I refresh this page, this session will not be available on any other request. So it only lasts for one request. So, but we've used the put method. Let's try again. Let's change to another email. Parts and update. So for example, if I refresh now, that will not disappear. That is because this one is permanent. So the put method will last until this user logs out or until these 2 hours elapse that are set in the session as the default. So what I'm going to do is you're going to use another easier method. Instead of having all this, we're going to put this message here using the with and then that message. Save. Let's go back. I'm going to change again the email. Update. And as you can see, profile updated. So that is about session, and I'll see you in the next lecture.